Hello everyone, welcome to a new video, a new Palanti video. It is me, Desiree, and if you can tell from the setup here, we're going to be doing a little repotting. I actually had set this up outside, but it's just a tad bit too windy and it was all chaotic. So I moved everything inside. We're sitting in the living room, but I kind of really like this setup actually a lot. So I have a few plants I'm actually just going to be, I'm not going to be repotting them. I'm just going to be refreshing the soil. I didn't really know anything about soil at all a year ago, so I've only been into plants for a year, and I didn't really know anything about soil at the time. I'm still learning, of course. I don't really know anything about anything, but I would just use the potting mix as it came, like the indoor potting mix out of the bag, throw it in there. And what I've noticed with some of the plants is that it's not drying out fast enough, and it's getting kind of like a mildewy kind of thing on the top. So I've learned a little bit about soil. I looked up something online, like I watched a million videos and I read a bunch of stuff, and I actually mixed this myself. I have never ever mixed soil before, but yesterday we went to Lowe's and I was like, I just want to do this. Like I just wanted to put my hands in it and mix it up. You know how when you watch someone mixing their own soil, you just want to like put your hands in there? That's what I wanted to do. So I actually mixed this myself. I don't know if it's right. You tell me how you mix your soil, but this is what I did. I just put some indoor potting mix, the one I normally use. I also bought some perlite and I put that in there. I bought, well, I already had some orchid potting mix. I just threw some of that in here. What else did I use? Oh, I bought some of this. This was at the checkout and I had just heard of earthworm castings and I didn't know what they were, but it's actually earthworm manure. And I guess it's supposed to be really good for your like soil composition or something and good for your plants. So it was like $5, so I bought it, threw some of that in there. And then I also threw some of this in there. This is a slow release fertilizer. I had no clue what this was. So some of the plants that I bought online or just buy here and there, they have these little blue balls in them, and I always thought it was just like little balls of plastic, I guess, to help with aeration. I didn't know that it was actually fertilizer. So yeah, now I know. So I threw some of that in there and I mixed it all up and it was really fun. I got my hands in there just like I wanted to. So that's the soil we're going to use today. I'm trying to figure out how to sit here because I don't have a chair. I'm just kind of sitting on my feet and it's kind of uncomfortable. So I have 4 Syngoniums here that I'm going to be refreshing the soil on. I have this jade pothos. I'm going to be refreshing, oh no, this is a golden pothos. It doesn't matter. It's a plant. I'm going to be refreshing the soil. And then I have 2 or 3 that I'm actually going to repot into new pots. So let's refresh the soil on these ones first. I have this Syngonium Maria, this little beauty here. I didn't know what this was called. Someone actually left me a comment and said it was called Maria. And it's this really pretty, like dark browny green kind of color. And I have this in a plastic planter just sitting inside of a pot. So I'm going to keep it in here. It doesn't need to be repotted yet. I just want to take off some of this old, like, you know what I'm talking about? That soil, it just kind of gets like ugly, like dry and ugly looking. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, I thought this had one of those, you know those mesh things that some plants have? I thought that had that. I'm not going to go out of my way to like remove all of the soil. I just want to remove like some of the top part and like, I don't know. I'll just feel it. I'll just feel it as I go. All right, that looks okay. I don't want to like disturb the roots too much because I don't do a lot of repotting and stuff like this. This is probably one of the first times I've actually went out of my way to refresh soil on plants. So I don't want to disturb it too much. I see people like get a little rake thing and everything, and I'm like, oh, you're hurting my baby. So I'm just going to put some soil in this cup. How can I do this and still be in frame? You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to be out of frame a few times. It's fine. So I'm just going to put a little bit of soil in the bottom here. Not too much because it's a tall plant. I brought this little cup to like scoop it, but I think I'm just going to use my hands. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to put my hands in the soil. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. All right, just going to tap it. Maybe get some air out of it. Ooh, it looks good. That looks so much better. And I'm just gonna plop it back in his home. Let me put a little more on top. That looks so good. I love it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do the rest. They're gonna be so happy. So the next one, this sad little guy is actually a Syngonium, I don't know, pink one. Ugh. I bought this on Plant Arena and it's okay. He's an okay little guy. I have mixed feelings about Plant Arena. Their prices are usually double what other plants, other retailers would charge, but they do have free shipping. They always have free shipping no matter what you buy, but I think they add the price of shipping into the price of the plant because the plants are so expensive. But if you're on their email list, they do a lot of promotions. They do like 50% off if you buy 2 plants of certain kind, or you get a free plant with purchase. They do a lot of promotions, so you shouldn't ever have to buy a plant at full price. I have, and you know, I don't know if it's worth it. Look, I love it. He looks so happy. I love him. Okay, next one. This one is another Syngonium. It's a Syngonium, a white butterfly. This is actually one of the first plants I ever bought, and I can't believe it's still alive. It was a battle. And it was really hard. It was hard to get a handle on Syngoniums because I didn't know how to take care of them. But now I feel like I've got it down. I feel like they love light, but they don't need a ton of light. Like, you don't need to put them in a harsh, bright light or anything like that. They'll be fine. Like, I have mine in a north-facing, in a living room with only north-facing windows. And they love it in there. They thrive. They do really well. It's just the soil was kind of ugly on them. So I love it. Look how quick it was to do that, and I kept putting it off. I love it. I hope it does so much better in his new soil, in his new home. Another Syngonium here. I think this is berry illusion. They all look exactly the same, except they have like a tiny little difference in the veins. So this one has a little bit of pink, like a very faint kind of pink in the veining of the plant, and it's really cute. This one is in one of the Wick and Grow pots. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that out real quick. I don't really like the Wick and Grow things. Just pull that out. It's just like a rope with the little plastic, and it's supposed to wick the moisture up the rope. That way you kind of don't have to worry about it too much. But I don't know. This soil was gross on this one. This poor thing. He's going to be so happy in his new home. Some of this soil is just like so dark. It almost just looks like charcoal. And I remember, maybe can't you put charcoal in your soil? I feel like I heard people do that. But anyway, oh my God, I think I'm gonna need to mix up some more because I'm using so much. I thought I had done a lot. Actually, no, we're almost done. We should be okay. I think I put too much on the bottom. Let's start over. There we go. This is so fun. I'm having so much fun. Oh my gosh. I love it. Ah, he looks so nice. How brand new. Put him back in his decorative pot and he's gonna be so happy. Another happy boy. All right, this is one. Yeah, there's like mold on this one. I just think the soil isn't drying out fast enough, even though it's in a clay pot. Wait, does clay isn't the wicking one, is it? I don't know. I don't know anything, I'm telling you. I don't know anything about plants. I just know that I love them and they bring me so much joy. So I want to give these plants some new homes. Yeah, this one has like mold on it or something, so let's just take that off. This is a golden pothos. I love this one. I like how it has just these 2 long vines growing on either side. It's so cool. Oh yeah, this one looks like it needs a bigger pot actually. Darn, I didn't, wait, can I use this one? Is this too big? Is this too big going from this to this? Nah. You know what? Is it? Oh, it might be. You know what? It might be. I'm just going to pot it back in the same pot and then I will reassess at a later date. Oh no, he needs a bigger pot. This is too big, right? How big is that? You know what? I'm gonna come back to this one because I think I need to mix up some more soil. I think I am gonna pot that one in a bigger pot because I think he just needs it. I think he needs to be repotted. The next one I'm gonna repot is this one. This is a, ooh, I pulled it right out actually. It was actually inside of this. I just pulled it out. This one is a Marble Queen Pothos. I love this one. It's so beautiful. This is one of my favorite plants that I have. It's planted really small, and earlier I looked underneath in the drainage hole and all I could see was roots. And now that I pulled it out, like it's just, it is root bound. It needs to be repotted. So I'm just gonna kind of take off this old soil a little bit. Oh my God, this poor thing. So roots, so many roots. Oh man, they're everywhere. Looks great. So I'm gonna put it in this one here. I think I'm gonna need some more soil. Oh my gosh, this plant is gonna love this new home. It looks better already. It's gonna have some room to grow. I love it. I was trying to think of some other stuff to talk about while I repotted. I was like, do I share like unpopular opinions? Do I share like personal Q&A? What do I do? And then I got so caught up thinking of it, I just thought, I'm just gonna talk about the plants. It's fine. Look how nice! That looks so much better. It looks so much better. Like this looks like a different plant. Like, new pot, who dis? It looks so nice. It looks so nice. I love it. I can't believe I had him suffocating in this tiny pot this whole time. Beautiful. I love him so much. All right, set him aside. And then I wanted to use this little pot for my Sansevieria over here. This big boy. This, look how big this one has gotten. I mean, you never saw it before, but it's gotten so tall. Like this piece here is all the way up to here. And the shelf that I have it on, this piece is gonna poke me in the eye. Oh my gosh. It's almost touching the ceiling on the shelf that I have it on. So I'm gonna take him out. I think it might be okay for this pot. This one also has a bunch of like mildew and stuff on the top. And I thought this was in a really like fast draining soil, but who knows? It's in the soil that it came in when I bought it. I don't think this is gonna fit in that pot I bought out for it. Ooh, are they supposed to be pink like that? I don't know. Is that gonna fit in there? It's gonna be a tight fit. You know what? I need a different pot for this one. Let me go find something else. Hold on. Hold the phone. He's so top heavy too. The other day he almost fell off that shelf. Yeah, I'm in my pajamas. I found this one outside. Let's see. Ooh, perfect new home. I'm gonna poke my eye out with this plant. All right, let's throw some soil in here. I think I'm gonna need to mix up some more soil real quick because I don't think I have enough even for this plant. Well, I have one more that I want to actually repot. I need to repot that golden pothos, but I think I'm gonna hold off because I need to mix some more soil for him. This is like exactly enough just for this last one. Maybe. I have one more that I want to repot. He's hanging there in the background. But that one, I think I am just going to pot it straight in the mix from the bag. I'm not going to amend it at all for that one because it's been living in that kind of soil and it loves it. It doesn't have any issues whatsoever. This plant is just so top heavy. Like it keeps tipping. That looks great. Look, I love it. You know, when I first started using terracotta pots, I hated the way that they would look like this because the terracotta like wicks away moisture from the soil, but of course it's also absorbing, this is gonna poke me in the eye. It's also absorbing different minerals and stuff from your water, and it makes this cool pattern on the terracotta. Sometimes it makes like some gross stuff you have to wipe off, but for the most part, it just looks really cool. It looks weathered, it looks worn, it looks like it's 10 years old even though you've only watered in it 5 times. That looks great. And I think it'll help him be a little more stable because it was in that really light terracotta, that really light plastic pot. And this plant likes to stay dried out. So the soil was dry, the pot was light, and it was constantly tipping. It looks great. I love it. Looks amazing. All right, the last plant I'm going to repot. I'm not going to amend any soil, but I am going to pour it into the bucket because I do want to add at least some like fertilizer to it. So let me grab the plant real quick though. Okay, I just said I wasn't going to mix up soil for this other plant, but I thought, you know what? I'm giving all of his planty friends new soil. I'm gonna give him some nice quality soil too. So, this is the plant I'm gonna be repotting. This is my creeping Charlie. I mentioned this in another video, the video that I put up called Plants I Can't Shut Up About. So you can see how he looked in that video, and look at him now. He just won't stop growing. I just love this plant so much. I talk about it all the time. My boyfriend hates him, but I love Charlie. I love him. But he definitely needs a new home because he's very top heavy. Like the branches that he's growing now are turning into bark. So it's like actual tree branch kind of stuff. And he's very heavy. So when I have him on that shelf, he's actually leaning against a pole because otherwise it'll fall right out of the shelf. So I'm gonna put him in this kind of super heavy duty pot because I want to put him outside for the summer and I don't want him to tip over a whole lot. So let's take him out of here. He doesn't need to be repotted just yet, like he's fine in the pot that he's in. It's just, it's too light and you know, I don't want him to tip over. So I'm gonna try to remove some of this old soil from the top if I can. It's kind of dense. But this is one of my favorite plants that I own, like period. I just absolutely love him. It was also one of the first plants I ever purchased. And I think he's just so darling. So I've had him for about a year. He's done really well for me. Loves life. Well, I'm not gonna go out of my way to remove all of this soil because it's like stuck in there. So I'm just gonna put some soil on the bottom here. Is that enough? Actually, yeah, that's perfect. All right, now let's just fill them on up. This is just, I want to say some sort of ivy, but the leaves are really thick and succulent-like. It does well with any conditions at all. I have him all summer. I had it outside in our porch, and it's a west-facing porch. Actually, it's a south and west-facing porch. Like, it gets light from both sides. And he got harsh sunlight a lot of the time, and he just loved it. I keep calling him a he like he's a person, but this plant is my baby. It flowered over the summer. It was so beautiful. I just love him, and I want to give him an optimal prime conditions. Oh my God, he looks so beautiful already. I love it. He looks great in this pot. I'm so glad I found this one. This pot. I knocked a couple of leaves off. Sorry, Charlie. Oh yeah. Oh, he's heavy now. He's a big boy. This looks great. This looks like a brand new plant, doesn't it? Like I just bought it. Oh, it looks amazing. I can't wait to see him just thrive and thrive and thrive this summer. He's gonna love life. I love him. All right, and the last one I wanted to do was my golden pothos over here. Let me see if I even have enough soil. I might have to make a little bit more. I can't believe how root bound this poor thing is. You know what? I don't feel good about this one. He needs to be repotted. Like, look at these roots. He's like dying in this little pot. But I think the pot I'm trying to use is a little too big and I don't want to hurt the plant. So I don't have anything handy. I'm gonna hold off on that one and we'll just call it on the video. So thank you so much for joining me for this video, for my little repotting. I've never repotted my plants like this before, so thank you so much for joining me. Sorry my head was cut off most of the time, but my knees, my legs are hurting sitting on them like this. But that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.